Alright friends, I don't know exactly how much of the previous footage I'm going to be showing. It was mainly just me doing level 99 over and over and over and over and over again. Albeit the comments weren't particularly witty, and the excitement, while it was peaked at the brink of battle, I can't really say it was particularly interesting to watch, mainly due to the monotonous repetitiveness of it, if that isn't being too redundant. However, I will try and be brief as I describe what we figured out what to do. In the end, we ended up using our elements to build the spell Abyss. Abyss unlocked the ability to build the spell Power. Power is like Shield and Dispel put together, but it takes longer to recharge. AKA, it's pretty much just the potion. The blue potion we pick up in battle. We've tried just about everything. I don't know how much I'm going to show of it, but like I said, we've done just about everything. We tried walking in with all Novas, we tried walking in with all Storms, we tried mixing the two together, we tried using Blaze, we didn't try using Lightning, but we tried using Dispel, we tried using Growth, and we tried using Fireball. None of it is working. We even tried using Ghost. In the end, I found out that the most particularly useful strategy was to go with 4 power spells and just the simple fire spell that we get in the beginning of the game, which is right there. The basic short-range fire spell was the first you ever mastered. Use it well. I think it's quite iconic that we'll be using this spell to beat the game, but it just seems to be the only way I've figured out how to do it. Well, here we go. The battle opens up with 3 Demonesses. This makes it particularly hard. In fact, more than particularly hard. This makes it downright impossible. Originally, my strategy was to go in with Area of Effect. That ended up not working because even though I was slaughtering all the enemies that she was summoning, I wasn't guaranteed to hit her. We needed something to kill the source, the power, the thing that was summoning the monsters. It was fine and well that we could kill the monsters, but without a healing spell to back us up, we eventually died. And then when we tried to equip a healing spell, it ended up that we didn't have enough power to overwhelm the monsters, and we got killed like this when we got trapped. Eventually I figured out that we could use the power spell, which made us invincible. However, it just didn't seem to be that likely that we were going to be dealing much damage with the power spell equipped. Equipping 2 power spells, 1 power spell was not anywhere close to enough defense. 2 power spells wasn't even close either. 3 was good, but it left us too open. We needed all 4 power spells in the end to live through this onslaught, which left us with 1 extra spell level to play around with. That spell level, I originally went with Storm. I thought Storm was probably the best bet. But, once again, we couldn't deal specific direct damage to the Demonesses. Especially when we needed to target a specific one, like, should one of them put up a shield and hitting it would be useless. So then we tried Blaze. Blaze seemed to work out pretty good, but it had too long of a recharge time. When I was stuck in the middle and needed to hit the Demoness over and over again, it didn't recharge quick enough. And when the Demoness would put up her shield, it was just annoying to go around and find another one and use the Blaze spell. I don't know. I just think Fire works better because you can deal isolated, specific damage to your enemy. That's where you find us now. Running around, putting up the power spells, praying for our lives, using the fire spell over and over again. And it seems to have served us well. We did actually win once with the game like this. We didn't beat the game though, because as it turns out, this is just level 99, not level 100. So it's pretty much left us here. We made it to level 100 where you only fight 1 Demoness. And in a sense, it just seemed easier, but I think I ended up losing just because of things like that. Alright, let's clear some things up, shall we? I believe in the first episode of Diib's Dilemma, I mentioned that Ed Grass was Random and Christian Mosbo was Sarfin, when in fact I screwed it up, and Random is actually Christian Mosbo, and Sarfin is actually Ed Grass. It's amazing the intelligence level of the people they let do Let's Plays these days, isn't it? Well, anyway, we're gonna jump right back into the game, and we're gonna lay this guy to rest. Not that it needs to be conquered. It doesn't need to be because it's a bad game. It needs to be because we need to destroy it for opposing us and stuff like that. Alright, let's load our file. It's been a while. This has been on the shelf for quite some time. Okay, so there was actually quite a bit of footage that I left out. I spared you all that, and I've received actually quite a lot of positive input from our fellow viewers as to how to handle this kind of situation. Some people did indeed say use power, and then actually one guy said use power and do we have it? Shifter, power and shifter. But I don't think we memorized that. We might be able to build it. Maybe. Yeah, we can't even build it. But that's okay. I didn't want to use the shifter strategy because it seemed to be too cheap. But amazingly enough, Wyndstar, aka Random, graced our small puny channel with his magnificent presence and gave advice himself. I mean, I think that's awesome. That's just, oh my gosh, nothing makes a player more happy than actually getting a note from the developer. I mean, it was just really just made me happy. But and he actually mentioned that the stasis spell, which I think we have somewhere, is one of the best spells in the game. And it's because it traps people, it freezes people. It's an area of effect, and not only that, but every continuous hit on a monster after it's been frozen resets the freeze counter, which it doesn't say here. And I mean, I don't really know why it does that, but I mean, if that's the way they programmed it, that's just the rules of the game, and we'll take it that way. He said that probably like 1 or 2 stasises. What else did he say? I'm having trouble remembering. I think he did say storm, and growth I think was one of them. And then power was another one. I think that was the setup that he recommended. He said that stasis was pure gold, and that this was pretty much the most powerful setup. I want to go with it. I really do. I mean, I see the beauty of it. I see the power. I see the strategy behind it. But I don't know. It's not mine, you know? I feel like I'm undeserving of it. Like, before I'm allowed to use this strategy, I should beat it with my own strategy first. So, believe it or not, we are indeed going to go back to the 4 power strategy. And, I don't know if you got to see this, but it seemed to be particularly successful when we did fire. You know, we may go back and use stasis again. I'm not quite sure. We may use stasis. Maybe we can throw just 1 stasis spell in here. You know, maybe that wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, let's try it. Okay, so we're going to implement his strategy into ours, not as much as he probably would like, because once again, looking at this strategy compared to his, mine just seems like child's play. But you know what, we're gonna do it. Alright, so let's see if I remember how to play this game. Oh, please load. No, really load. Like now. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we're gonna open this up with a power spell, and I'm gonna try and stasis this guy. Alright, so, all he has to do is stand there, and we gotta hope. There! Haha! Wow, I can't deny it. That's awesome, because the AoE of, the enemies are gonna keep hitting him, and, if it really does reset the damage counter, or the stasis hold counter, then pretty much, it's just gonna hold them there infinitely. And as Wyndstar or Random, take your pick, pointed out to me, it's that while they're stasis, they can't put up that shield spell, the power spell on themselves. So that really didn't work. Probably because we just didn't have the power spells to do it.